This week on The Bachelorette.
Cause a storm's a coming.
All the guys aren't here for the right reasons.
Shut up, everyone!
You guys, you think this is not the place that you should be, then you need to get out.
Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about episode 3 of The Bachelorette. That's season 21. Great season, you guys. Lots of drama, so let's get right into it. So they opened the episode with like some weird disclaimer about some of the things that the men were going to do, but let's get started. So the men are all waking up, working out, and they're all sort of talking about them making an effort to have a good time because obviously last week the cocktail party went off the rails and it was, it was crazy. So they don't want to have a repeat of that. So let's try to get along. That's basically what they say. So then they get the date card and it reads, Spencer, can love take us higher? I thought it was going to be a group date, but nope. It was a one-on-one, and Spencer was so happy. So he gets going. They're still in Melbourne, Australia. Jenn says that she's liked him since day one, and she gives her golden retriever energy. So then they get on a helicopter, which, I mean, would it be a Bachelor franchise without a helicopter? But they were actually leaving the city on the helicopter, and they go through this place called the Great Ocean Road in Victoria, Australia. And Australia has beautiful scenery, and they really enjoyed it. Spencer was over the moon. Back with the guys, Thomas and Sam, the white Sam, are talking mad crap about Devan still. Devan ain't even thinking about them, but these two are pathetic. Alright, let's go back to this one-on-one. They go to the night portion of the day, and they were in this incredible building, which I've noticed Australia has these amazing buildings. Jenn says that she really loved the way that Spencer treated her today with so much care. It meant a lot. Then Spencer opens up about a previous engagement that he had. They had even bought a house together. They had planned their wedding. They had the venue and everything. So, they were really going through with this. But one day, the girl just, out of nowhere said that she needed more time. And he was like, okay. So, long story short, he started doing some digging. And he found out that she was cheating on him. Damn. And, even hearing him tell this story, you can tell that he's still hurt about what she did. And, I mean, how could you not? He was betrayed by someone he had complete trust in, who he was about to get married to. Jenn asks if that situation made him scared of an engagement in the future, and he says no. Even though it was very hurtful, he has had time to heal, and he is ready for an engagement. More than ready. He says, I'm more ready than ever. So then Jenn gets the rose. She offers it to him, and he accepts. Now, I will say this. I love Jenn. I really do. But she seems a bit awkward sometimes on these one-on-one dates. I have noticed that she tends to get a little awkward. Yeah, she doesn't really have much to contribute to the conversations when the guys are going in on something and being vulnerable. So then they go outside on the rooftop and the fireworks go off and they make out. So overall it was a very good first date for them. The other guys in the hotel room had gotten their date card, which was for Dylan, Marcus, Thomas A, John M, Grant, Jonathan, Sam N, Thomas and Sam M, and Devan. So it was a pretty big group, and it said, I'm looking for a love down under. So that's gonna be the group date. So then it's the next day, time for that group date. They go to a theater. Then some guys come out like Magic Mike style, ripping their shirts off. So the guys are like, ugh, we already know what they're gonna make us do, strip or whatever the hell. My boy Sam, the Iranian, he's not feeling this whatsoever. He even hurt his wrist doing a move because the strippers were showing the guys different moves and different little techniques that they can do, and they were all following along and doing them. And when Sam did it, he sucked. And not only that, he did hurt his wrist. So the whole thing was horrible for him because he didn't want to do it. And by the way, in every single damn thing, Sam, the white guy, not Sam the Iranian, the white guy, he had to say something about Devan, even though most of the time it had nothing to do with anything. So it's getting obsessed. So then they go upstairs and they go look for costumes and they practice because they're going to be doing a performance, but not just for Jenn. It'll be for a bunch of other people in the audience. And this is the exact reason why I would never go on The Bachelorette, because I work out. I want to look good. I want to be in shape, but I'm not going to strip naked. Nope, not going to do it. I'm not that desperate to have camera time. And I'm going to be totally honest. Maybe, I don't know. in my opinion, we should try not to do all of these naked men on The Bachelorette, because I just want to ask y'all this. What if on The Bachelorette we had a date where all the girls stripped and were being objectified? I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. But anyway, the show begins, and there were also some girls there with Jenn on the actual stage. They're bachelorettes from the Australian version of the show. So all of the men begin to do their show and dance and just do their thing, twerk and strip, get naked, rip their shirts off, doing all that stuff. Of course, Sam M, he did a bunch of sexual stuff, and we all know that him and Jenn have a lot of sexual chemistry. Like from night one, that was the first impression, Rose. And the Australian Bachelorette sees that right away, and when he walks off the stage, she does tell Jenn, you need to be wary of those, because she too had one of those guys in her season, and obviously it didn't turn out to be a good guy. So Devan, who says was always a fat kid, he doesn't have abs, he doesn't have muscles, but he didn't give an F, and he just went out there and danced. So I give it up to him for just owning it. Finally, it was last, and I hate that they put him as the last guy, Sam's turn, Sam N. He was not gonna do all that nasty stuff. So he gets up to the stage, he gets the mic, and says he's already falling in love with Jenn. Oh, y'all, I had so much secondhand embarrassment because one, I know he just didn't want to do this at all. It was out of his comfort zone. It's something that he was not comfortable doing. Second, dropping the L bomb like that, I was like, really, dude? Oh. But anyway, long story short, all the guys went, and the one who won the challenge was Jonathan. So then it is time for the later part of the date. Jonathan was the first one that went to go talk to Jenn, and they kind of just made out. Then Devan goes, and he opens up. He's vulnerable, and he talks about the date. He says being a fat kid, there was a lot of insecurities that he went through. And he's worked on himself, on his shape, but it's still, on the back of his mind every once in a while. But he says that Jenn was the one that gave him that confidence to do it. He doesn't think that he would have been able to do it for anyone else who wasn't her. And at that moment, I was just like, he's taking it. He is taking it. This guy knows how to play his cards right. So then Sam goes. Again, I felt so bad for him. He was very nervous and just, I think, overall embarrassed. And Jenn says that he shouldn't feel ashamed of how he feels. And I think that made him calm down, her saying that. In her confessional, Jenn did say that she thought it was a little too soon for him to say that, but that he's falling in love. But, I mean, she's okay with it. She's not, freaking out over it. However, those other two rats by the name of Sam and Thomas are snickering and whispering like a pair of high school mean girls and saying he's never had a girlfriend, he don't know what love is, that was so inappropriate for him to say that. Who the hell do they think they are? First of all, Sam isn't there for any one of their stupid asses. They're so freaking arrogant, it's not even funny. Also, Devan was like hearing all of this because they were all outside and he was hearing those two imbeciles saying that. So some of the other guys are talking to her, and Sam, and he has genuinely a good heart, and he feels like he has to explain himself, so he's kind of doing that. And as he's talking, those two other idiots that I was just mentioning are laughing at him as he's talking. So Devan, as a guy who's also a good guy, says, listen, brother, you don't need to explain yourself. If anyone has a problem with what you did, any one of these men, that's on them, not on you. Like, don't worry about it. So I give Devan so much props for genuinely sticking up for Sam. I thought that was very commendable. I take my hat off for him. But then it becomes a back and forth between Devan and Sam because these arrogant, you guys, the tone of voice that Sam used, I just want to slap him when he speaks. And, Devan says, listen, y'all are the ones that were talking about all this mutual respect, but y'all the ones acting like this. And then Sam says, listen, man, I won't be your friend. You're a clown. I have no respect for you. It was just horrible. And then Thomas acting like he's Sam's damn bulldog, getting ready to attack anyone. It's ridiculous. And then Of course, Sam goes to talk to Jen and they begin to eat each other's faces. And damn, Jen is all over the damn moon. Like, gosh damn. Like, I keep thinking they're going to make a baby on camera. This is ABC, people. But Jen, she better snap out of this. Because Sam ain't bringing nothing to the table but a bad character and good kisses. So then Jennifer gives the rose to Devan. Actually, the group date the group date rose goes to Devan, which again, you guys, she said that he showed his layers, but I'm telling y'all, my dude keeps winning. It's hilarious. It's so funny. And just the other two are having a meltdown. All right, so then the next thing we see Aaron get a phone call. I forgot he existed, but he's in the Air Force and he's getting a call from some pilot training dates that finally came through. And he's going to have to come to take them next week. And it's either or, it's non negotiable. Those are the only dates. But today, also, Aaron is going on a group date with Jeremy, Hakeem, and Austin. So it's just the four of them. It's a much smaller date. They arrive on a speedway, and then Jen comes on a pink car doing this crazy lap on it. There's a trainer that comes there to teach them how to drive the cars. Apparently, only Aaron is the one that has driven stick or whatever that is. So the other guys have to learn, and then they had no idea how to drive those cars, so it was funny seeing them train. So after that little training, they each get on it with Jen, and they have to do a lap, and it's timed. So whoever wins gets to spend a little bit more time with her. Now, Jeremy, so everybody was going. When it was Jeremy's turn, he didn't really care to win. He actually stopped in the middle of the track just to kiss Jen because why not? I mean, that would probably be more special than him actually winning. So he did that. And out of all of them, the winner was actually Austin. I thought it was going to be Aaron because he was the only one that had driven those cars, but it was Austin. So then later they have the night portion. And again, it's only the four of them. So they all have a little bit more time to get to know each other. Aaron goes first. And here's the thing. Aaron is in the wrong show. And that's all I'm going to say. But he's talking about his pilot license. He talks about his family. He also says that he wants to live every day like it's his last. And then they kiss. Then goes Jeremy. And he looks like a really nice guy too. He asks Jen about her past relationships. And she says that in her previous relationships, she's had to dim herself down. And he says that he feels like he has a crush on her now. So they kiss. And I thought it was a genuine connection there for sure. They showed Hakeem open up a little about his parents and his upbringing. I think it's giving friend vibes because they didn't even kiss. Then Austin goes as well. He says that he's been cheated on and he doesn't think he's ever found true love yet, but he's excited to find it. And then they kiss. And then the group date rose goes to Jeremy. And Aaron wasn't too happy about that. All right, so then it is the next day. The evening comes and it's time for the cocktail party. Aaron is the first one who goes to talk to Jen. And he says that he's really enjoyed getting to know Jen, but his biggest dream is his current career. And unfortunately, they're not that far along in their journey for him to drop his dreams for Jen. So as much as he's been getting to loving to get to know her, he's going to have to go. Jen totally understands it and says, listen, I get it. I respect it. Thank you for telling me. But then he had to just screw it up. Instead of just leaving, he says, well, I hope you find the correct person because some people are here for the wrong reasons and they're not even ready for an engagement. So Jen gets very upset and asks, who are you talking about? And he doesn't want to tell her. But she says, no, you need to tell me because I like a lot of those guys downstairs. So if you're telling me that some of them are not ready and are here for the wrong reasons, tell me who it is. And he says, I think it's on you to figure it out. So she was very angry, rightfully so. They didn't even have a proper goodbye. She walks him out. He gets on the van and gets out. So Jen walks back in and says, listen, Aaron left for personal reasons, but he said that some of y'all are here to play games. So if that's the case, then y'all need to get out because I'm not here to entertain that. And everybody was just like silent. So then she asks Marcus, you want to go chat with me? So they go. And the guys are super upset about Aaron because how dare he say that before he leaves? But Sam M is somehow defending Aaron, and he says, I'm gonna keep all my energy on Jen, not on anyone else. I was like, really, dude? You're the one talking about Devan every chance you get. So the conversation with Jen and Marcus went very good. Now, have y'all heard the stuff Marcus exes have said about him? I'm not gonna repeat it because I don't know if it's true, but they had a pretty good conversation. She definitely there's something about him that I've noticed since night one because he was the first guy out of the limousine. Something about him. Jen likes. So then the cheap off-brand Juan Pablo Lionel Messi version goes to talk to Jen, and he says that he's, really upset that his guy Aaron left. And Jen says, "Oh, like, so do you have no reaction about what he said and what I said?" And then he tries to play it smooth and says, "No, I pay attention to our moments." And of course, she falls for it. Devan talks to her and she starts to talk about her past a little bit more in her relationships, and he's asking the right questions. She gets emotional and Devan comforts her and says that he likes her not because she's perfect but because she's herself, and he promises he will always be there for her and he will always have her back. And she really liked hearing that. And then the guys out there are still fighting. I was like, oh my god, this is exhausting. But Aaron is such a pussy for dropping that bomb and just leaving. I do not have respect for him. I didn't have respect for him anyway, but now I definitely don't have no respect for him. And what's his name? The guy in the first date, the golden retriever, Spencer. He had a blowout out of nowhere. He just started going off on something that Sam N said. Like, calm down, dude. Damn. So anyway, Jesse comes over and says that the cocktail party is over. Time for the rose ceremony. So just a reminder, Spencer, Jeremy, and Devan already have a rose. Jen says that she hopes that they understand what the weight of those roses are meaning every week. So she goes ahead and gives them to Marcus, John M, Jonathan, Austin, Grant, Sam M, Thomas N, Dylan, and finally Sam N. So my boy made it. Unfortunately, that means that Hakeem and Thomas A had to leave. So they left, and that was the end of the episode. It looks like next week there is going to be a lot more drama with Sam, unfortunately, and Devan. But listen, we're Team Devan here because he's unbothered. He's not the one causing the problems. He's defending himself. And if the other ones are the ones freaking out about it and can't keep his name out of their mouth, that's not on him. That's on them. And they're weird. And I can't wait for Sam to go home. And Thomas too. But that was the end of the episode, you guys. Let me know what y'all thought about this whole episode. A lot of things to talk about. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one.